School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by the Alberta Canola Producers Commission.
Okay, so we are here with Rick White, the General Manager of the Canadian Canola Growers Association. Welcome here, Rick.
Thanks. Good to be here, Lyndsey.
All right. Now, you were at a pretty exciting announcement this morning in regards to transport for our farmers. Tell us a bit about what went on this morning.
Well, I guess this morning, the Minister of Transport, Minister Lavelle, along with him was Minister Ritz, and they made an announcement fulfilling the government's commitment to move forward with improvements to rail freight service levels here in Canada. And so they announced a bill this morning that would legislate hopefully some improvements to rail service going forward in this country.
Right. Now, so you were part of a group, or your organization has been part of a group that's really been working on sort of three aspects of this amendment. And tell us kind of where you got with that. Did you get the service level agreement, the non-compliance sort of components?
Yeah, I guess we got, at least in general terms, we got the main parameters that we were looking for. At least the concept is right, and it feels right in terms of what was being talked about today. Of course, the devil will be in the detail, which we haven't quite analyzed fully and completely yet. But the main parameters we were looking for was, and we received, we believe, that would be a legislated right for shippers to obtain a service level agreement with the railways, and that's a legislative provision now. If this bill was introduced, that is key in going forward. So that certainly seems like a very positive aspect from our point of view. Along with that is a quick dispute settlement mechanism through an arbitration process, another critical element that we're looking for, and that is in place. And the third component, penalties for non-compliance. Those are not specified in the legislation, but we believe that the legislation will provide a more balanced negotiation of the service level agreement between shipper and the railways. And if they fail to come to an agreement or fail to live up to the obligations under an arbitrated agreement, there will be penalties applied by the Canadian Transportation Agency. So there is room for that to commercially be worked out between the two parties involved. However, there is a backstop there that penalties could incur if indeed they fail, especially if it's been an arbitrated process.
So what does this mean for the Western Canadian canola grower?
Well, from a canola grower's perspective here in Canada, there's 43,000 canola growers that we represent. And we've been active on rail transportation files for a very long time, decades, in fact. So this is a very key milestone in the change in rail policy. It's important because 85% of canola, whether it be the oil, the seed, or the meal that we ship, 85% of what is grown here in Canada is exported. And of course, to get to those export markets, we need the railways, and we need those railways functioning well and efficiently and responsibly to market needs and get that product out. So it is a key and critical link between the farm gate and our end use customers, and that's what keeps us competitive in that global market. So we need the railways to work with us and respond very commercially to our needs.
And so good news on this amendment going forward. What happens now? This obviously has to go through Parliament. Any idea on when that might happen?
Well, it'll be on the agenda for early in the new year, in the new session coming up here after Christmas break, and there will be a consultation period. There will be second and third readings, and then it will go to the Transport Committee, Standing Committee on Transport, and we as CCJ plan to be there and provide our input directly to the committee, if amendments are needed, or even if amendments are not needed, just to support the bill as it is. Again, it's too early to tell, but going forward, there will be a process of consultation and provide direct input to the government on the details of this bill.
All right. Well, it sounds like things are at least moving forward, so we'll definitely keep tabs and let farmers know when something's been decided and in place.
Yes, it's an exciting time, and again, it's an incredible landmark or milestone, I guess, for the government. It is a shift in policy, and we'll have to see what kind of results come out from it.
Great. Okay, well, thanks so much, Rick.
Oh, thank you, Lyndsey. Anytime.